My bad. That new music caught me off guard. I totally forgot. After I don't know how many years of that other music, when that hits, I'm like, yo, if Phil Collins comes out or the Mechanics start, I'm done. I will be so. If I just, yeah, I will be so happy, so happy. Hey, folks, what's up? Look, we're back. It's the end of the month, so you know what that means. We got to talk about stuff that's coming up in the new month. Look, look, Jabba and Robert, y'all laid a lot on me, okay? Y'all got a lot of stuff on here, okay? I had to keep up with y'all. There's a lot going on, folks. Look, April, another jam-packed month, but as always, Jabba, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, that is not the energy I was expecting. That was so that delay had me terrified for me. I'm gonna be honest with you. Robert, are you ready?
I am ready. I'm ready.
Okay, now not to quote anyone in particular, but I said, "Are you ready?" Robert knows where I'm going. I said, "Are you ready?" I can't do his voice because no. You know what? That's not where I was going, but I'll take that. Yes, that's not where I was going. The opposite direction, but I love it, folks. We are going to have some fun. In the words of the guy who does it continuously all the time. Let's go. What's up, folks? This is TBA News presented by the Hungry Bleak channel, and this is another one of our Geek Culture Upfronts episodes. These are fun. I really enjoy these. I find out a lot about stuff. They find out a lot about stuff, but who are they? Pronoun guy. Well, I love pronouns, but let's give these people some names because they're awesome. First up, as always, the lady of the group.
Jabba-chan!
That's the energy I needed earlier. That's the energy I was looking for. She must have hit that Red Bull like while the opening was going. Also,
that was great.
One of my favorite artists, one of my favorite streamers possible, just amazing person, and as always, one of my favorite writers and one of the best people around to know.
Robert, it's me.
There you go. Folks, I am Antonio Pomares, aka the Hungry Bleak, and how have y'all been?
Been good.
Okay. We took a little time off, mostly because of me. I'll be totally honest with you. I had to decompress. A lot going on, a lot of life stuff. So much geek stuff going on between comics and movies and games and news that I really don't want to talk about because I'm actually kind of bored with that topic already, even though it happened today, and all other types of stuff. I'm going to be honest. I've already stated my opinion, and I'm
20 chairs. 20 chairs.
Just for how many hours? Seriously, dude.
5. 5 hours.
I mean, it felt like that ex that wants you back and they're standing outside your window, a la John Cusack with the radio, just standing there like,
oh God.
Except it was playing country music. But yeah, it's.
I mean, I love me some Dolly Parton, Jolene, yes, but
yeah, the bad country music, no.
Yeah.
Ow.
Beyonce, yes, we'll take it. Well, folks, look, we've got a lot to cover. We got a lot of great stuff that's coming out. Some stuff is going to be continuation. Some stuff is going to be brand new to you. Some stuff is going to be adaptations. But we've got a little bit of it all. So we're going to start right up now. Jabba, emotional damage. I know.
Emotional damage. Okay. All right. I can't wait for this. I'm so excited.
I'm going to play this while this is playing. I'm going to actually have the sound off just so we don't get dinged by chance in case there's certain audio.
That is true too.
Yes, so if we want to talk about this while this is playing, folks, this is the official trailer. I haven't watched this yet. This is the official trailer for Last of Us Season 2.
So good. I already feel the emotions, like just running back from the game. It's like, oh my God.
Exactly. First season we ended with just Joel going off,
like we ended the game. It's literally the game. For anybody that has not played the game, you are literally watching the game and crying.
He just you finally see Joel like let loose, and he goes off. And it's just this incredible moment you weren't expecting if you didn't know the game.
Wow. Okay, sorry. I got goosebumps. because like that's like literally just from like the first like the second game when they showed the dance hall. That's how it was when they first initially shot the trailer.
Yeah.
So as a person who knows the game incredibly well and who loves the series, what are you most excited for? If you can see, what are you most excited for to see in the second season?
I don't know, because I don't want to spoil it for people that haven't watched the show, but it's like if they do it in the first episode, I'm gonna be like, holy crap, y'all really went in there to do it on the first episode.
I might know what you're talking about, and I would agree.
Yeah.
That would be
But I would like to see like them throw other Easter eggs like they did in the first one. Like, for example, it's spoiler, not spoiler. In the first season, we never saw Ellie's mother in the game, and the fact that it was played by the voice actor and motion capture of Ellie, who was I'm blanking out, Ashley
Johnson. Yes, I want to say.
Yeah. Who was a voice and motion capture for her to actually play the mother, which was interesting. Also, you got to see Troy Baker play as one of the followers for David. Asshole, and we know why for certain reasons. It was good to see him play a different character as well. So seeing those Easter eggs in there, and also seeing them kind of like branch on like what causes the infection, because we didn't really see that. You had to read up on it, like within like the little items that you would find. But the fact that they show like, oh, it started off in here, it was found in like wheat and stuff like that. I liked how they added those aspects to it. So that was pretty cool. So I can't wait to see what other Easter eggs they do in the second one. And especially, shout out, they added the DLC as an episode for season 1, which was really nice, and I enjoyed that as well.
I was going to say, as someone who is familiar with the series but hasn't played it, and my wife who has never played the games, who isn't really familiar with it, I think HBO did a really good job of, and in addition to like Neil Druckmann and I can't remember the showrunner's name, the other showrunner, the guy who did Chernobyl, they did a really good job of making it accessible to people who know nothing about the game, and it just stands on its own as something that is just like the video game. It's a good story. It's an interactive story. It definitely, like a video game, it kicks butt on so many levels. But as people who are just like not as familiar with it, I think that it works really well. So we're as hyped as, and I think people who have played the video games are probably a little bit more hyped than us. But we're right behind that, because the first season kept us like watching it, because it was just really good TV. And I need people to stop with this whole thing of like, there are no good video game adaptations.
Yes.
Last of Us, Castlevania, and there's a bunch of other ones. And I know I'm preaching to the choir about Castlevania, but yeah, that I just like want to toss in that perspective for people who aren't as familiar or who haven't played the video games. It just works really well. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I played. I think maybe an hour of the game. It's not my cup of tea, even though I was really getting into the story. I like more action based. So I like something's constantly going on. I still do dig the story. So I was like, okay. So I went and I watched. I hadn't played that hour until after I watched the series. And the series completely blew me away. And I've realized why so many people loved the game so much. Acting is superb. One of the best adaptations, regardless of what you're looking at, whether it's a game or a comic or whatever. It's one of the best adaptations out there that I can think of. Like I said, everything on this series hits, and the terror is so real when you finally get to that point, and then you're overrun, and you see what they actually look like. And the stuff, because I played the game where I was at a point where I was surrounded by them, and I had to sneak, and I couldn't do it. And I said, well, never mind. And I just needed the game off my PS4. I was like, thanks for coming. That's it, because I know that's not my bag. I know it's not my bag. You've played games with me, Java. You know that sneaking is sometimes not my thing.
Yeah.
I'm the guy who's like, look, I'm ready, chambered. Let's go. You go do the goal.
Wait! Shut up! Don't move, okay?
You guys go do the goal, and I'll watch your backs. I got cover everything. I got you on point. This is I absolutely loved it, and I loved how we had the segments before episodes where
Yeah.
it would like give you a little bit of backstory information,
Yeah.
as if you were reading like a letter in the game
Mhm.
and getting the info as you're going along. That was a detail I absolutely loved.
One thing I will say for people that haven't watched, who are new to the series, watch it. But then I feel like people should watch the documentary that they have on YouTube for the second game, because a lot of people give a lot of it backlash because people don't realize that the game came out during COVID.
Mhm.
It came out during COVID, and I truly feel for all like the people that worked on that game, from like the voice actors to like, you know, all people, because they got a lot of backlash for certain things. And now people are like, once again, in the new series, like, oh, well, this doesn't look like Abby because Abby's supposed to be like, you know, more brolic and this, that, and the third. Like, it's an adaptation. We understand you're not supposed to fully look like your characters. Can we get somebody like maybe look closely? Sure, but that's not, as long as they do a good job, that's all we care about. Cause like I said, that documentary, ooh, I kind of got emotional because I'm like, I felt so bad. I would never say that's a go watch.
Yeah.
I have to go. I didn't check that out, but I have to go watch that because, like I said, this series is great. If you know Chernobyl, but you don't know this, check it out. Chernobyl was, I got through 4 episodes. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched 4 episodes and I was like, this is incredible. So this shows just exactly what's there. And it's amazing series. There's a couple of dark humor things in there, positive, but it actually does hit your heart. It makes you like terrified. It hits you in so many different emotions, and the story is in depth, and you will have a really great time. But what you'll also have a great time with is this new animated series coming out. Robert, what is Inyanu, Child of Wonder?
We go from a story of post-apocalyptic Earth to something inspiring. So Inyanu, Child of Wonder is it's an adaptation of a comic book series or a graphic novel published by Unique Studios and distributed, I guess at this point, by Dark Horse. And the series focuses on, so I can get this summary right, the animated series, it's about a young girl named Inyanu and chronicles the journey of a teenage orphan girl with no recollection of her past, who suddenly discovers that she has abilities that rival the ancient deities of people. So you get this like hero's journey, type of story mixed in with the epic Nigerian influence fantasy of this comic book series, which is critically acclaimed. It's written and created by Roye Okupe, and I think there are 3 volumes into the series now. So the animated series sounds as if it looks as if it's wow, she knocked the heck out of that guy. It's adapting at least the first volume, and to say that I am excited for this is an understatement, because behind the scenes, it's being created by creatives that we know and we follow their work. Mention Roye Okupe, who has the entire Unique universe. I highly recommend people go and buy all the comic books, for that universe. And Inyanu actually ties into this larger kind of connected universe with, I think, like 5 or 6 or probably more books. Brandon Easton is the lead writer. He has a background with Marvel and DC, but he's also written for live action animation with TV shows like Agent Carter, Avengers Assemble, and Thundercats. We have Cary Grant, who has written for Ada Twist, Backyardians, Dawood Anyabwile, who is one of the co-creators of Brother Man and basically one of the forefathers, of the Black indie comic books movement. And he's worked on live action series like 24 Legacy and series like Rugrats and Wild Thornberries. And then also that's it. But the other cool thing is that the voice cast it's an all Nigerian voice cast with actors from the country, and it's a beautiful thing that it's the type of thing that we've been asking for, for one of these independent or kind of medium-sized published companies, because as far as I'm concerned, those books are right up there with Marvel and DC, if not better, or whatever. But it's the thing of wanting to get this out to a wider audience and see the story told on another platform, just like something like The Last of Us, so that a wider, group of people can see it. So it'll premiere on April 5th on the Cartoon Network, and then you'll be able to watch episodes of it on Max. But this is a series that I enjoy reading, but then also I'm looking forward to seeing the animated series.
Yeah, this is going to be a great thing. This shows that it can happen. Because I remember first, actually, I think the second or third time that I actually saw Roy Okupe was at the Schaumburg Black Comic Book Festival in Harlem. And I remember going over his table and said, I'm a big fan of EXO at the time. I think was the only one that was out.
Yeah.
So I go back, like way back. This isn't, and I was like, oh, I really enjoy it. I bought a t-shirt. Obviously, you know me. I bought it as I wear my Tuskegee Airs green tee.
Got the one in black.
You know what it is. And it's just incredible to see someone go from having, maybe a couple of books and doing Kickstarters to now having this huge animated series. And seeing everything that goes into an anime series as well.
Yeah.
Not just actors and producers, but then also an animation part of it. And seeing it on Cartoon Network and then showing next day on Max. It shows that if you are a creator, if you are pushing it out there, if you are, what's the term, getting it out the mud, if you have been grinding and putting it out there, pushing, doing it, your work is hitting and it's there. You may not see it today, tomorrow, next week, but it is going to get you there, and your work is superb and it's out there. This is, the unique universe is so stacked.
Yeah.
If this is where we're going to start, oh my God, this is amazing, because this is such a great, and to have a story that focuses on a young Black African girl as your lead in your first animated series shows the depth of character, shows the confidence in that, and your team is already stellar to begin with, and everyone that you have working on it. I'm excited for this. This is, like I said, I think 2025 is going to be the year that I dive into even more animation and anime, as you're going to see from some of the things that we have coming up as far as what we're talking about. This is on point. I'm loving it. I want to see more from Unique. If we got, and I know I don't normally like this, but if we got a shared animated universe, I would not be mad at that, because you have Malika.
Yeah.
EXO, like I said, Wind Waker.
Wind Waker. Yeah. And the cool thing about this is they're starting from the beginning as far as this timeline, and you can go forward, as far as like going into like present day or the future. So as we always say, run them numbers up, make it hard for these studios to say, well, people ain't watching this. I always say, give it the 2 or 3 episode test and then keep it going. I would pair this up with Invincible Fight Girl. Like that would be like my kind of watching, if they were coming out at the same time. But yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, that would definitely be a cool animation block, and I would definitely agree on that. Yeah, this is just what you want to see. Honestly, this is the type of story that you go, yeah, this is what I want to see. But also, what I want to see is Fumes Kickstarter, folks. The segues are gonna keep coming. They're gonna be hot tonight, y'all. They're gonna be hot like biscuits. I'm telling you right now, I'm hungry. So Fumes, this is one that I have been waiting for. Very excited for. Fumes. This is from the mind of Mshai S. Dash, writer, public speaker, poet, voice actor. A purveyor of fine fabrics. The titles do not end. I think every time I talk to her, I give her a different title, just because it's absurd the amount of titles that I've given her. This is from the second volume of her books, quirky black sci-fi tales. It's just 2 volumes out. Amazing. There's just these really great stories about just fantasy and sci-fi, and they are very quirky, but I think that's what adds in the detail about it, because it's not your average fare. Fumes is a story about cli-fi, which is like a I want to say it's, I don't know if she came up with this term or what have you, but I love it. Where it's Fumes Book One is a dystopian cli-fi thriller. In this near future cli-fi saga, a gritty heroine wages war against global conspirators looking to prioritize our air. In a day and age where we can really understand that it's getting hotter, and it shouldn't be this warm right now. It shouldn't. We had like 80, I think there was like 80-degree days in November in Jersey. That shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the cli-fi, which is like so I'm not sure if she came up with this term or not, but I really enjoy it. Where it has to do with science fiction, that has to do with climate change and greenhouse effect and global warming, everything like that that's happening. Yeah. And this is going to be out of which I wanted to make sure that I said the name of the company right, because she started a comic book company as well for this, what is Ametropia Comics. I'm going to share this actually right now. And this is like the base for it. You get to see some of the art that's going to be in the book, and the art looks actually stellar, and I so much. That's awesome, and I love it. You get to see some of the designs for the book. I'm hoping this is going to be a cover, because that looks just amazing. And we're getting to just see some of the different things that are there.
So we're getting attacked by a giant jellyfish.
If it's from the mind of M. Shy, there's going to be a whole lot of stuff like that in there, and I'm ready for it, honestly. We actually go and we follow this heroine as she is trying to figure out what's going on, as she is, I don't want to give too much away because it's actually really cool, and I was listening to it and I was kind of terrified by some stuff. I was like, oh my God. There's something special about her blood, where there are these creatures called the Reds. And they are part of this cli-fi situation, and she's part of like the Corps. I want to say when they mean Corps, I want to say Marine Corps. I can't actually remember because it was a while ago when I read it, but I want to say it was the Corps that she's a part of, and it's obviously from the look of her militaristic. And she ends up being betrayed and left out with these creatures. And from there, the story just goes all the way left, but in the best way possible. You're going to get, like I said, it's a dystopian cli-fi thriller, but you're also going to get horror. You're going to get that fantasy. You're going to get a sci-fi effect in there as well as a cli-fi. It's going to be a great amalgamation of things. This was, I think, the 5th story in the 2nd volume of quirky black sci-fi tales. I think it was the 5th story. And the thing I love about M. Shy's writing is that she always puts in details that don't feel forced. They feel like they're a natural progression in the story, and they feel like, and they almost make it feel more comfortable and just I don't know how to say it, like lived in. Like when I hear like certain things, like I love when she has that a character is Muslim. We don't see a lot of characters that are of Islam. In a lot of books we don't. But when she puts it in there, because she is Muslim, it feels so comfortable and so warm. It feels like, and I am not Muslim, but it feels so comfortable and so warm. And I love the way that when she does introduce that the character is Muslim, or that there's a character in there that is Muslim, it feels so beautiful and warm, contrary to what we've been told for so many years by outside forces, let's say. Outside forces that are actually inside sometimes, unfortunately. But it just feels right. And it's just the way she writes. I know that this is going to be such an incredible story and just nail biting. I'm just trying to. There's so much that I want to say as far as M. Shy. She's been talking about doing a comic book for years, and because she's a very big comic book fan, and she had been dropping breadcrumbs along the way that there was a story that she was thinking about doing comics, and you find out that it was one of the stories that was in her book, and I love that because her stories can be so many things, and part of what her comic book company is going to be is there are stories that are going to be based in that universe of the Quirky Sci-Fi Tales volumes 1 and 2, and I love that she's already creating this. So if that's what's going to happen, there's going to be so many crazy stories, and she also has Greg Burnham of Tuskegee Gears. Remember, folks, there's always an Easter egg in every episode. You just have to find it. I'll always give you an Easter egg whether I say it or not. And he's one of the best, obviously, from Tuskegee Heirs. This cat has written Superman. That does not happen by accident. Just like our esteemed colleague Robert has written Green Lantern, John Stewart. That does not happen by yes, I dropped that in there, Robert. You didn't do that easy, did you?
Those twinkles.
So this is going to be very incredible. The Kickstarter has a notify page right now, so go and click on this so you can be notified when the Kickstarter actually drops live. It is going to be live, I believe, April 15th. I want to say is the date. Oh yes, I have it there. Yeah. This is going to be awesome. This is going to be great. M-Chai has a great mind as far as details and writing, and her love of comics show, and the fact that she got Greg, to be honest, to help her out with this is phenomenal. This is going to be great.
So much talent.
I mean, there's so much talent. Folks, you want something different? You want to support Black women? You want to see a new comic? Fumes. Go click on the page, get notified, pledge when it comes out, talk about it. If we want to see the change, we got to talk about it. That's it. I don't know what else I want. That's it. I don't know what else you want from me, unless it's a new con that somebody's going to be going to. Possibly. I don't know. Is there somebody who's going to a con? Ferris Bueller, Joppa, you're going to cons, aren't you?
I mean, yeah, Beyonce's back on tour now. Like, Cowboy Carter tour. Let's go. Let's go. Tickets are on sale now, people. Oh, God. Okay, so we do have the Super Jersey Expo, and also shout outs to them because we both follow each other on Instagram, and like I've been a big OG. That will be happening at the end of the month for April 26th to the 27th. So I'll be there that weekend. And then I have a couple of guests. Got floors replaced. Yes, Beyonce. Go see Beyonce. So we have a few guests going around. A lot of X-Men. I've seen a lot of X-Men.
Well, they're the best they are at what they do. Yes, always, yes. Job right next to Beyonce. It's like the same level. Same energy.
I got you. But yeah, we got a lot of X-Men. We got, of course, Dean Cain, if you guys are familiar with him, who has played Superman. I'm just saying, just like, throwing this. We do have another, we have a homie. We do have a homie. If you scroll down a little bit more.
Jamal Igle.
Is Igle or Eagle?
Eagle. I probably said it wrong. Eagle or Igle.
What? We have them both covered. We got Eagle and Igle. We got them both covered. Phenomenal, creative, obviously.
Larry Houston, yeah.
Yep. We also got Ross Marquand, who was in The Walking Dead, who plays Jesus. We also have, I think if you scroll down a little bit more, there should be somebody else that pops up. I don't want to give it the spoilers because I use just like stalk the guest page anyway. Yes, we have Spawn.
Oh,
okay.
One of my favorite animated series, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep. So like I said, we're gonna have a full cast. And I will be there that weekend. I want to say also for Cyclone Con, I'll be there, which is actually going to be on the 5th. It's a kind of typo. I will be there on the 5th. That is a small college event. I did their show last year. They reached out to me again this year, and I'm like, sure, I'll do it. As a small college convention, it was pretty good. It was big. It was an uphill battle. Cause that drive, I was like this in my car. I'm like this. I'm like, oh, steady. With all them hills going out there, I'm like, oh, steady.
Awesome.
But yes, but these cons are great. So like I said, this is a kickstart to all of my all the conventions I'll be doing starting off for the year. So like I said, Beyonce's going back on tour. I will be posting stuff when I get on there. I believe they've been dropping a few people there for Cyclone Con, so you could scroll down and see who we have. Like I said, it's very local. It's up in like Hackensack, New Jersey.
Okay.
Nice.
Got a nice roster. I'm loving this. Okay.
Like I said, it's a small convention. I don't even know if I might. Oh wait, those are photos from last year. I might be in the photo booth. You might see.
I checked already. You were not, unfortunately. I checked already.
Damn it!
You're gonna have your face up there.
Probably see me walk around half my crap anyway.
Jeez. This year, this year will be up there. Yes, we're
manifesting.
Starting again, and you are like out there continuously doing this. So when you do the shows, obviously, when you come back, you do an episode. You will be giving us a review of the show, how it did, and all the fun that you had there. Which like I said, I always love and appreciate your takes on the cons and how you review them and the feedback that you get for us. I always appreciate it from both of you, truthfully.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, look, I would love to go to every con out there because there are so many. Robert's already smart because he's waiting for my segue. I would love to go to every con out there because he knows it's coming. I would love to go to every con. I mean, Jabba's out there so much, and Joe's just like tri-state area. She goes to stuff, but I would love to go down south after midnight to even go to a con. Wait, is there a game called? Oh my God, there's a game called South of Midnight. Robert, tell us about it. I didn't even know, folks. My fault. I'm psychic. I didn't know. There you go. That's it.
I'm loving the segues. When I tell you this is one of my most anticipated games of the year, I am not lying, and it's not a space opera. Antonio sees how many trailers I send for like space opera video games, and I'm like, this is it. South of Midnight.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to mess the summary up, so I'm good with reading. South of Midnight is a new action adventure from Compulsion Games. Learn an ancient weaving power, explore the Deep South mythos, and confront mysterious creatures in this folklore for modern times. We are always fighting for representation within the video game industry, specifically behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. And so when I saw the trailer for this like a couple years back, I was like, this is everything that I've asked for. And this is everything that, people of color, women of color, just underrepresented communities when it comes to gaming. This is one of those games that we should all be looking at. The early previews that have come out for this game have been stellar. So it's people are saying like the storytelling, the gameplay, the setting is just so rich. And Jolly, you were mentioning the the documentary about The Last of Us 2. There's a documentary on YouTube for South of Midnight. So just search for South of Midnight documentary. I think it's 30 minutes, but one of the cool things about it is you get to see the creation of the game, but you also get to see Black women helping to make the game, but then also building the narrative of this game. And also visiting places down south in South Carolina and Louisiana to get that to learn about the areas that this game is set in. I mentioned Joseph Campbell's like hero's journey or whatever. I'm getting all of that out of this, plus a character who just kicks butt with this weaving ability. But if you want something that is, a team, it looks like that has done the homework, which is something that we're always asking for when, games and this genre stuff delves into our history. They have done the homework, at least from the outside looking in, from what I've seen so far. So the game releases on April 8th. Right now, it is an Xbox exclusive. If you have Game Pass, you can play it on there. But like I'm telling people, buy a copy, because the only way these companies see what we're doing is with our money.
Mm-hmm.
So this is getting played on Game Pass, and this is also getting a physical copy in my house. I am so excited for this game. This is bigger than any large release, for at least for me, that's coming out this year, because it matters on a variety of levels. This thing is beautiful and it deserves to be played. That's South of Midnight. So that's the commercial, y'all. I get excited about starting games, and normally sometimes I'll wait for the price to come down and just kind of a little bit of time. That's not happening with this. This is a special one. So definitely, y'all go out and check it out and go buy it if you got an Xbox.
I ain't even got an Xbox, and I might buy this. I'm gonna be real with you.
I'm getting it on Steam. I saw it set for Steam. Get it on Steam.
And then I'll buy Xbox later on. I mean, this looks incredible. Love the animation, the fluidity. Love the story. I can like the environment, and everything. We don't get a lot of games as far as like you were saying, Black women leads. There aren't a lot of them, but to even do it down south, and this ain't like like the Housewives of Atlanta South. This is like we like down here in this mud. We about, you know what I mean. This is crawfish, crawdads, everything. That catfish got. That's all down. I love the feel of this game, the vibe. I love the beauty. I love the mix of this. From what I can see, the mother-daughter relationship.
Yeah.
That being dashed away, and then her going through this journey. Yes, absolutely. I love us. The minute she said talking fish, nope, nope. And she was turn around. That's us.
Yeah.
We're not like, well, I've got to do this. Instead, I gotta go home, man. I gotta find my mama. I ain't got time for this. You know how long I've been waiting for this.
But it's
I'm sorry. Every episode I have to put that in there somewhere because I love that. I'm sorry, but no, this looks like an instant win. And it looks like it's had, if you pre-order it, because it is available to pre-order, it looks like it had like a 5-day early access.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Yeah, and I think there's a deluxe edition. If you have Game Pass, you can pre-install it. So like I've been telling y'all in our chat, like I pre-installed it, and it keeps popping up on the. I will give that to Microsoft and Xbox, that it keeps popping up on my home screen. It says pre-install. I'm like, you already done that. So when's the game? So it's So And for it to catch so much flack like it did, I'm not even going to give that any more weight than it has. To see people outweighing that with their love looks awesome. So I'm looking forward to it.
This is going to be awesome. Like I said, there are a lot of games I want to buy because I do have to upgrade my systems, honestly. And I do want to have an Xbox for certain games. And this is an exclusive that I would probably buy my Xbox just to play this. I mean, I might play a couple other games, but this one looks like an instant win for me. I'll have to put Destiny down for a minute. And y'all know I'm about that Destiny life for real. So yeah, this is awesome. Thank you so very much. I definitely, I mean, this game is a blessing. Absolute blessing to have this other. But I mean, y'all already know that I got a segue planned. That this game is a blessing. I'm telling y'all, but some of us don't get blessings and we're straight up sinners. So folks, obviously Michael B. Jordan, y'all saw coming, man. Don't lie to me. So we have this, that one kind of hurt too. I bruised a rib on that one. That one was tight. So we have the movie Sinners, which is Michael B. Jordan led movie, which is about basically vampires in Jim Crow America. Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, like Robert said a ways back, they're going to be like, I want to say they're going to be like that new like duo, making a lot of the stuff that they can create together. I'm like, just like my mind boggles at what they can create together, truthfully. and I'm so excited to see more of what they do. So the gist of the story of what I'm getting so far, just a little bit of it,
I'm here
is
for the plot.
this story is about two twin. I'm so tired of you. And the plot thickens, and then the plot, you're like,
I'm here for the plot.
So Michael B. Jordan plays twin brothers. I think one's name is Smoke, and the other one's name is, I'm trying to remember the other brother's name. Flat, maybe? I'm probably getting that totally wrong. But then again, black folks have nicknames that don't make any sense at all because they just don't care. And it goes, and it has to deal with vampires. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not looking into anything deeper because it looks incredible. This is going to be a day one watch for me. I'm gonna be real with you. Day one matinee because I don't want y'all near me. But I know that theaters are going to be. I'm just saying, some of y'all are unwashed. I kidding, but I'm serious. I might even go and see this twice. Oh, didn't. Okay, but this is a PG show, but y'all know how I get down. So, this looks just incredible. We don't get a lot of stories about vampires really down south like this. This is a perfect companion to South of Midnight. I think I didn't even plan to put these two together like that.
Mm-hmm.
But this is Phil. We're also getting Haley. Oh my God, what's her last name? Oh my God.
I know you're talking about. I just can't remember her name either.
Yes. Why can I not think of her last name when I have seen her in
Steinfeld?
Yes. Her in this as well. Yeah. This is going to be April 18th. So this is after taxes, folks. So, go and have fun. Look, hey, treat yourself because no taxation without representation. And we ain't being represented right now.
Ugh.
So exactly. I'm so for this. Black horror, I absolutely love when we have horror films too. And it's a different take and different spin on it. And black horror and vampires aren't a lot of, I can think of maybe a couple, if that are out there. Yes, and that's the plot, and you can see how it thickens.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, exactly.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
I can't do that with shit in my head. This is going to be awesome. All I can think is if this is what they're coming up with together as their own, as it's like an original project, Stack. Thank you. It's Smoke and Stack. Oh, that actually makes sense, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Let's imagine what they'll come up with more if they keep going. If this could be the start of an actual, Haley Steinfeld. Wait a minute, One Me is in this? Oh, bet. Yes, absolutely. Harkening back to Lovecraft Country. Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Beyond excited for this. I love it. That era where you didn't have all the sci-fi and the everything. It's that you got Tommy guns. You got it's Elijah and Elias Smoke. They could have changed the names up a little bit more, just because if you slip, how mothers are when they got more than one kid, and they'll call it by the wrong name by accident. You could have made.
I know what you mean. Like, all right, we coming.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, thank you. So I'm so excited about this movie. I want to see this. I would say a companion piece to this, obviously South of Midnight. I would say Bitter Root. Yeah. Which the new Bitter Root comic came out today. I would say Lovecraft Country. Go in and get this. This is awesome. Yes. I need more of this type of era of films that go outside of just crime dramas, or you can even mix crime and drama. I have a couple of ideas of that Jim Crow era, that Prohibition era type of stories where it's black and you deal with horror and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. But yes, here for it. After taxes, do it. Tell me.
Well, I already got my taxes done, so but I see where you're going with that.
Yeah, taxes movie.
Treat yourself. Get that popcorn. Get the big size.
Whoa. We can get the big size drink. Okay. Get the drink.
Not with my bladder.
He ain't lying, because I had to run out of the original Avengers movie before Thanos came back. I had to run out there. I was like, wait, the end credit. I ran out and ran back in. I was like,
nah, I ain't doing that again. I did that one time for Endgame. I held that. I'm like.
I don't remember. Well, you know what? I'm older too.
I held it.
I'm like, look, man, I'm gonna just wait till it come to like home theater.
Nah, I watch that in theater.
More wait till I can just pause it. So yeah, that's what's coming up. I'm absolutely love this. Looks like it's absolutely going to be fun and fire. Speaking of fire, Jabba, the next season, Fire Force.
To the
Season 3.
fire, to the living, to the world. Yes, Fire
That's
Force.
a way better segue. That was a way better segue. That was better. Yeah, the song made it. Yeah.
But yes, Fire Force season 3, it is coming. And like I said, we're getting a lot of like early, like right, like the first week of April. A lot of stuff's coming out the first week of April. It's like, all right, I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
And apparently, I didn't realize how long of a break Fire Force was. It was like for a couple years.
Yeah.
It was like, they said it was like 5 years in between. I'm like, what? Jesus Christ.
I wasn't sure if it was because of COVID, maybe, or if it was just that, because there's so much animation coming out. I wasn't sure about like the time frame, but yeah, that was a long time.
Mm-hmm. It could have been like between like maybe like companies, developments, and stuff like that. And like COVID obviously is like a big part to it too. Mm-hmm. But yes, season 3 is coming out. I can't wait to see. I feel like I just need to like reread the entire manga just like to catch myself up and like rewatch it. And hopefully the animation is still as fire as the other ones were. You see what I did there?
Y'all are blazing with these.
Oh my God!
Blazing with glory,
man.
But yeah,
and the embers up in here are killing me.
Pretty much. But yeah, the first episode is supposed to drop April 4th. But I'm saying April 4th / April 5th because of Japan's time. So it's gonna hit Crunchyroll and Netflix. So they're saying that the date is for April 4th. At 1:53 a.m. Japan time, which is JST, 12:53 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9:53 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Crunchyroll and Netflix.
Okay.
Wait, so it's gonna be coming out each week on Netflix as well?
I'ma say yes, but I'ma say no because I'm not sure.
Well, because I've noticed that they've been doing that more with animation that's been coming out, which I'm actually enjoying. So I'm actually kind of digging that detail. Awesome.
But then, unfortunately, from what I'm seeing now as I'm rereading this article, they're gonna split it because this is the final season. So they're gonna split the gym. Okay, I'll play this if it's as long as it's not like Attack on Titan, because I swear to God, because it was season 4. It was like, what was it, season 4, and then they split in like 2 extra episodes. And I'm like, why? Why? But the animation was fire.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say that.
I don't like splitting up of seasons like that. It does annoy me. But I just like, what? That's the norm now, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. But this is a series that doesn't get as much love as it should.
Yeah.
And it's great. I remember I started watching this. I forgot. I started watching it just because it looked really cool, and I was like, "Oh, it's like a fire, like like a like a fireman squad, but they deal with supernatural stuff, whatever." And then seeing what it was, and then when I saw him do that kick with his feet, and I was like, "Oh!" And just seeing the vast array, everything that's out there, and again the humor, which I love, and the action and the fights, and then the whole underlying story. And the fact that they're dealing with fire, I thought it was really cool. So I was very happy with what I might. Well, I mean, I'm late on everything. I might just rewatch the whole series, just like from season 1. Truthfully,
I mean, you can, because at least that way you'll still have some buffer time, like to have like a section of episodes come out. Because they said it was going to be from now until June, but I don't know. I don't know how, if they're gonna like do like every single episode like weekly, or if they're gonna have like breaks like certain animes do, where it's like we're gonna stop for maybe like 2 weeks and then like continue on again, because it has happened in like other ones, and like I said, they're gonna split it, so it's like, okay, let's wait. Unless they put it into like one big movie, I could take that to end it. I wouldn't mind that at all. Just saying.
I mean, a movie would be good. I would enjoy a movie. You know what movie I actually did enjoy, which was pretty cool? Excuse me. Star Wars has like, all these movies, obviously. I love this little movie where it was the prequel to Star Wars. and it told about this group of plucky fighters trying to, and then the movie just ends with everyone dying. But it was one of the best Star Wars movies ever, and there's a sequel series, Andor, coming out. Robert, have you heard about this series?
Yes, I have.
I love you thinking of New Hope. I'm sorry. That's what I thought you were referring to was New Hope because they all died at the end anyway.
Yeah, I'm just
that is it.
I'm just going through the older movies, like forget the new stuff. Rogue One, 2016. I know people will say this is sacrilegious. I don't care. Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie of all time. It just is. It is. So, and I think it's probably in the top 3, if not the top 2. Yeah. So when I heard that they were making a prequel to even that movie, called Andor,
a prequel to a prequel,
a prequelity or whatever. That's not a word, y'all. I was like, okay, so we're going to focus on Cassian Andor, who is the main character who leads the team of, like you said, plucky rebels. And when you watch that first season, it is like The Last of Us. Every episode is a banger. Every episode is a 9 or above. I don't care what you say. And it is just a good, great drama. I love the fact that it's like there's political intrigue, there's action, but the drama is just huge. The acting is on point, the writing's on point, and like you can see from this for the trailer for season 2, the special effects and setting, everything just works for it. But it's crazy because this show is a gritty war thriller. And, a lot of people were like, well, we just want lightsabers. And then like they forget that there was a huge political component to what led to the Star Wars, to the actual wars part of it, right? So, everybody's like, pull the politics out of like woke sci-fi. And it's just like, no, you can't pull out the totalitarianism and then also these plucky rebels who are fighting back. So when you watch the first season, it gets dark in places and it's not lighthearted. And I think that's one of the things that people forget about Star Wars is that you have all these different types of TV shows, comic books, and movies where you can have these different tones. And this ain't for kids. So I'm definitely looking forward to season 2, which continues the story of Cassian Andor and the birth of the rebellion. That's the biggest thing. And I love a story that can just tell 2 seasons worth of stuff, tell your story and get out. That's, like Martin used to do, get out. Don't overstay your welcome, because we know how this story ends. So, but just to see his journey as a character and the other key characters from this universe, new ones, old ones, and to see how the rebellion is birthed, like we saw in Rogue One, and then shows like Rebels, Star Wars Rebels, is amazing. So so I'm looking forward to season 2, and I hope we get more sci-fi like this, to balance with the the lightsaber fights. And I love that. I love Ahsoka, but this is like the political thriller I didn't know I needed from Star Wars. So it is. I think it premieres on April. Some date, I'll find it, but sometime in April. But definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen the first season. And Tony Gilroy is the showrunner of it, and he's talented dude behind, I think, The Bourne Legacy, some of the movies. But definitely check it out. Check it out.
I just want to make a statement before I get crucified. Yes, you are right. It was Rogue One. I'm sorry for all my Star Wars people. It wasn't. I didn't mean to say New Hope, but yes, Rogue One was just a suicide squad, a suicide mission in general. So please don't shoot me, okay?
Well, Rogue One was a new hope for Star Wars fans, truthfully, because it is one of the best. And because it's not just because it is a different side of it, but it's also the emotional heft when you realize all that had to happen, and then they link it exactly to.
Yes.
That's what hit me the hardest, because I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, wait, they all die? And it makes it realize that it's like if you're watching a World War II movie, You know how they might have a piece of information, and the resistance and the rebellion, everyone died, but they got that piece of information to the Allied forces, and now they were able to win that battle and take out that station. That's what this is like. It just happens to be in space.
It's funny too, because like the way I watched Rogue One, I'm like, I'm watching Halo Reach, because all my buddies literally like died before I got to the last part, and that's literally what it was. It was like, it's just Halo Reach, but with Star Wars characters. And I would say is one thing I could say, at least like when it comes to like space shows or movies, there's so much that you could add to it, because like you just like start off small and then you could venture out. So like even though I'm not like the biggest Star Wars fan, like I could appreciate like, you know, the story spreading out the way it has from like TV shows to movies and stuff like that, and like shorts and stuff. But like there's so much that you could build off of.
Yeah. And April 22nd, before I forget. That's the release date.
Yeah, I haven't watched the series yet because I'm backed up with everything, obviously, folks. But apparently not backed up in other ways.
I was about to say something I didn't want to say.
Yeah, I know you were coming with that. That's fine.
That's a segue.
That's just. I mean, people say this is not the segue you were looking for, and I got him. You guys are in for a treat next week. It's just one of the best Star Wars movies out there because it just the way it hits, and like I said, the way it opens, it directly links, and when you see Vader, and I was like, this is what happens before. I sat there for a minute, and I was like, oh.
What do you call it? Like in wrestling, that pop in the theater. In the theater, when you realize what was about to happen. It just like we were already losing it because it was a good movie, but when that scene happens, it is insane. It is, and it's insane.
Literally right there. It's not like it was weeks later. It's literally
it's right then and there. It's like we're gonna do it right now.
Yeah,
and it makes you realize, and it makes it so much more. It makes A New Hope so much more important. And it hits you so much for when you watch and you like first scene, you're like, oh, this battle is great. Oh, Vader. And now you see what happens directly before, and you're like, it adds that weight to it. Because everything happens there, and then you see Vader, which is always like you said, a huge pop because it's Vader. So that movie, I might have to rewatch that movie. That was just that movie was so and for it to be a Star Wars story and a standalone. Standalone Star Wars stories. It was one that it was like, oh, so there, and you did get a Jedi, Donnie Yen, but he was not like a lightsaber wielding Jedi. He was like kind of, I feel like on the fringe, like almost like he believed, but it wasn't there for him all the way. It was just those characters were so
they were good.
Oh my God, it was just that was just so good. They were just so good. I almost can't even think of a segue for that. Like it was so good that it was like at the end, if you're a big Star Wars fan, you will cry. You will literally cry, but where you don't get that look on your face. You will literally cry, but don't tell them that the devil makes you do it because Devil May Cry anime is coming out on Netflix April 3rd.
Mike Trump.
Huge fan of the series. As far as like this is a video game adaptation as well. This is another one that we're talking about. There has been an anime before years ago. I actually want to rewatch it, see how it holds up.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yes, on Crunchyroll. But this one's from Netflix. And it looks fluid as hell. Obviously, animation's changed in time. This follows Dante, the devil hunter killer, son of Sparta or Barda. What's the Sparta? I want to say it's his father's name. I want to say his father's name is Sparta. This is a huge franchise of video games. There were 5 games. I think there were 5 games. I've only played 4 of them. But one of the best series out there, in my opinion. And we're following Dante and his big sword and double guns, everything out there. I mean, just look at the way it just, jeez. Smart ass, obviously. Just look at this. Yeah, this feels like the video game's just right there.
Ooh.
Exactly.
Wow.
We're going to be getting. Yeah. this just looks awesome. We're going to be getting armies of demons, devils.
Yeah.
We're going to be getting all types of forces. I know there's going to be an in-depth of story because there's a lot you can do with the Devil May Cry world and the game. And then Dante is just a very dynamic, wise-ass character. Incredible fights, acrobatic. The fight scenes look incredible just for this. So I can only imagine what we're going to be getting as far as the series.
Yeah.
It's basically him, obviously, being this bounty hunter that kills demons, devils. This scene right here is straight up out of the games. The way he runs around is straight up in the games. I think we're going to be getting some new characters as well that I'm not familiar with, and I love the look of it. Hopefully, we'll be getting some scenes with him and Pizza. I think we're even going to be getting his brother. He for some reason always has to have his shirt off. He always has to have his shirt off for some damn reason. Always. The moves, like even that move there's from the game. This is gonna be like a day one for me. Obviously, this is gonna be next week. Like I said, April 3rd.
Yeah.
I can see this being probably 8 episodes, and there we go. Your sibling is always going to mess up your party. Always going to mess up your party, obviously. What is it? It's Dante, Nero. I'm trying to think of, because there have been like 3 protagonists that you were able to play as.
It's Dante, Nero, and I forgot the middleman.
Exactly. Nero was the one who was in, I want to say, Devil May Cry 3?
I think so.
I think he was in 3 and 4, but Virgil was the brother.
Yes.
Who you can play as, who uses just a sword, no guns.
Oh, nice.
I don't know what to tell y'all. I'm excited about this. It makes me want to replay it. I played 1, 2, and 3, and I played the reboot. Where it was the younger Dante without the white hair. This is going to be a cool. Netflix has had a really good run of animation lately. Yeah. They're killing it. Their last one that they came out with, I want to say, is Wolf King, which I'm going through now, which we talked about actually last show.
Yeah,
they're having a really good animation right now. Like I said, 2025 is going to be my year of animation. I'm just going to be diving in and just sitting in it and just watching. Whether it's anime, whether it's just animation, there's so much out there to look at and present, and it's just awesome. It looks like it might be a comfort watch as well.
Oh yeah, I was going to say be on the lookout, have your ears perked because you might hear a familiar voice. I don't know for what character because Kevin Conroy's his last voice is going to be in Devil May Cry. I don't know who. I guess they're waiting for that as a surprise. I'm gonna be like this to my TV. I'm like, all right.
I'm kind of hoping that it was that rabbit head character.
I was thinking the same thing too.
I'm hoping it's him. I'm hoping it's that, or Virgil possibly. That's a possibility. But I'm hoping it's that rabbit-headed character because
I want it to be the rabbit.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be the rabbit.
Yeah, I haven't been able to really. I want to go back and rewatch Batman the animated series, the original one, but it's hard for me to watch because I hear his voice. I can't even watch. I tried watching Black Panther the other day, and I almost broke down and had to stop watching. Because Chadwick really. When Chadwick passed, it really had this really kind of jarring effect on me, and I was like, wow. And I've tried to go back and rewatch it because I love that movie. I've seen it about 5 times. I tried to. Like a couple weeks ago, I was trying to watch it, and I was like, and when he's standing there and he's talking, and I'm just like, I just couldn't deal with it. I was like, I just couldn't deal with it. So it's gonna be, but that was a downer, wasn't it? Jesus,
it was. Shame on you.
So this is gonna be fun. I recommend going and getting the games as well. They're huge fun, big fun, a lot of combos, crazy, dark humor, wild weapons.
Make it funny. To make it funny, I want to put like a little bet. I bet you they're going to put a scoreboard as one of like the fight scenes where it's like he's fighting one of the monsters. It's like, okay, like triple S. And it's like, yeah, like he does like one of like his like his finishers. I hope they do that because it fits perfectly.
Well, they would have. I've already seen like 4 things from the game. And I'm like, yeah, that's definitely from the game. And even the way that he's talking looks like he might even not break the fourth wall, but self-reference. So they have to, and this is Devil May Cry was Capcom, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was it, baby.
You know how Capcom is. Like they, they with their history and the way they work and everything like that, they're definitely gonna do something like that. So they have to.
Yeah, I hope they do a rating. That would just be so much fun.
Or him even saying like, "Oh, that was a triple S," just something, like they could show him like playing a video game, then him monsters break, because monsters are always breaking into his house for some reason. They always know where he's at. He's not hard to find. Killing that, like he's playing the game, whatever, and then he's like, then he turns around, starts fighting, goes, "Oh, that was a triple S," or what? It just there's so much that they can do, and I'm excited for it. It'll probably be, like I said, 8 episodes seems to be their threshold right now, which I like. That's perfect sweet spot for me. So folks, that's everything that we have going on as far as like April, but there's so much more going on. So let's recap. Java's back on her world tour doing cons. She's got Super Jersey Expo, she's got Cyclone Con, which is amazing. Robert giving us the best of the best with Andor. If you want some backstory, go and watch Rogue One. Your heart will break, and then you'll watch this incredible series, and you'll get that political thriller that you wanted. Got Devil May Cry. Got Fumes from M-Shy Dash.
M-Shy.
Just one of the best out there. This comic is going to be big. I want you to go sign up for it. The links are in the episode description, as always, folks. Go and check that out. And put your finger right on the button. Get that notification so that when it comes out, you can pledge. Got so much going on. We got Sinners, Michael B. Jordan as twins. The plot thickens. Yes, I know, Jabba. Vampires in Jim Crow era. We've also got Robert gave us Inyanu, Child of Wonder. That show is going to be awesome. Unique Studios. Just an incredible cast and crew. And there was so much more else that we had. South of Midnight. I'm going to have to borrow somebody's Xbox and not give it back, obviously, because I want to keep playing this game. There's sometimes you got to do this stuff. There's so much out there going on, but that's our time, folks. So thank you very much. Enjoy everything that you're going to go. And if there was stuff that you didn't see here that's going to be cool, let us know. We're always open to see what's going on because we want to see what's out there too. All right. So on behalf of myself, I am Antonio Pomares, aka the Hungry Bleak. This has been Jabba Chan.
It is.
This has been Robert Jeffrey.
Thanks for watching.
And we will see you soon, but it might be a variation of us. I don't know.
Where they at?
See you all later. Bye.
Bye.